For more on the Imus sacking, we're joined by Roger Aronoff, a media analyst with Accuracy in Media. It's a media watchdog based in Washington. Good morning to you. Can I first of all get your reaction to the firing?
Well, actually, it's interesting from a number of perspectives. I think it was probably appropriate to certainly suspend him and take him off for a couple of weeks, but the timing of this raises questions.
How so?
Where was this outrage for the first 4 or 5 days? It was only when the sponsors really pulled the plug on the show that CBS and MSNBC became so sort of high-minded about this, that they were so outraged that they decided to pull it.
So you think it's about the almighty buck?
Well, I think that has a lot to do with it, because if you look back, there are a number of things that Imus has said through the years that are probably at least as despicable, unfortunate as this, but, you know, he was a shock jock. And I must say, you know, he's done so many good things, raising money. He's got he had a unique show in which he brought on politicians, journalists, people in the music world in such a way like no other show has done, where they really got to come on and let their hair down and be relaxed and talk for quite a while. And it was a very informative and entertaining show.
So Canadian audiences may not be as familiar with him as American audiences are. Was he really that over the top all the time?
Well, I can give you a few examples. CNN, for instance, yesterday posted a series of his comments from the past. For instance, in 1998, he called Howard Kurtz of the Washington Post a boner-nosed, beanie-wearing Jew boy. But Kurtz continued to come on the show, and you know, I don't think he took it as you know, an insult. This is just kind of, this is who Imus was. And when they hired, when the New York Times hired Gwen Ifill to cover the White House, his comment was, the Times has hired the cleaning lady to cover the White House. And there have been other comments like this that you have to wonder, well, why weren't MSNBC and CBS outraged long ago to take him off? And then you have the issue of who the people are sort of leading the parade here. Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, they've got a lot of baggage themselves. Sharpton in particular is sort of a huckster to be out there trying to push this idea that, you know, is he going to be the czar of what is acceptable to say on the air? You know, that's one other issue. And then one other one that he did address yesterday is the fact that so much in the culture, in the hip-hop culture, for instance, Michelle Malkin has done a column that shows that the top 6 songs on the hip-hop charts today are, you know, they have language that is far worse than even what Imus said. But look, he picked on some people who were, turned out to be very dignified and wonderful people, these women of the Rutgers basketball team, and I think that certainly hurt his cause too. It wasn't funny, it was purely gratuitous, and there was no need or reason to say such a thing. So all these things together, along with our 24-hour media machine, and you have to question the news judgment that this has just been around the clock.
Indeed.
24 hours. This has been probably taking 30 minutes out of every hour on every news channel for the last several days. There's nothing else important going on?
No. Roger Aronoff, we'll have to leave it there. Thanks for your thoughts on this morning.
Thank you very much, Marcia.